What up, though? It's your girl Talay Forbes with Take Two, where I give you all the hottest takes on the entertainment industry. Today, I'm here with Steven Dr. Lev, a producer, and he's at FAMU, and we're doing a screening of They Cloned Tyrone. Welcome. Thank you so much for
Thank you for
being
having me.
here. So, I know that you've done a lot of different genres across the industry as far as producing and filmmaking. What genre sticks out to you most and why?
Oh, that's a great question. I am probably most interested in genres that blend. They Clone Tyrone is it's not a sci-fi, it's not a mystery whodunit, it's not a comedy, it's not an action movie, it's not a horror movie. It's kind of a mix of all of those things, and with a little sprinkle of black exploitation, right? I love films that kind of blend genres in that way.
That's great. Is there any projects that you're currently working on that you're really excited about that kind of blend those genres that you
Yeah.
can tell us about?
Right. All of them. Excited about all of them. There's one that is not necessarily blending genres, but it's blending things that the industry may say doesn't go together, right? We shot a rom com that feels like Boomerang meets Brown Sugar. We
Oh.
shot that. It's a a studio level kind of romance, but we did it completely independently financed. We just felt like we didn't want to wait on the industry to make it happen. We did that and paired traditional actors with stand-up comedian Country Wayne and a music star and Coco Jones, who's also obviously multi-hyphenated actress as well. So them and then put a bunch of cool people around it.
Great. And I know that's kind of your thing, breaking barriers and not
Yeah,
waiting on things to be done. When
yeah,
you were at Morehouse, you
yeah,
started a film club. So you
yeah,
can try to tell the administration, hey,
yeah,
this is something that we're interested in.
yeah,
We have the data to show that
yeah.
this is something that we need. So, how do you feel being a show starter and kind of in a league of your own as far as breaking the barriers in the industry?
I mean, it's kind of simple for me. I don't want to leave. I want to leave a place better than I found it. It really is just about that, right? Whether that's the industry, whether that's my alma mater at Morehouse, just I want to leave the place better than I found it in a sense of, and that usually means breaking barriers, right? That usually means making a little noise, making people mad, probably, that kind of thing. But that's what it's all about, right? Like the people who came before us, who made a change that allowed us to be here, did exactly that too.
Okay, and I
Yeah.
know that in an interview you said that selling peaches was almost the equivalent of
Yeah.
selling
You dug
movies.
deep. Okay. All right. All right.
I did my
Yeah.
research,
Yeah.
so I want to know what is the parallels between those two things? What skill sets do you take from selling peaches
Mm.
to selling movies?
Selling peaches and selling pictures is the same thing. Literally, the intersection of storytelling and commerce is something that I learned by selling peaches with my granddad. Right, like he didn't really give me any instructions other than, "All right, boy, get out there and sell peaches." Right, so I had to, tell a story, convey the story about how we even got there. Right, how we came from a really small town, a farm in York, South Carolina, and got up early the previous day to pick the peaches, and then got up early today to go get a biscuit from Bojangles, and then head to the market, right? And like paint the picture of what it's like for us to go from where we were, like a black little house on the prairie, to then land these peaches in your hand right now, right? So when you're biting into that peach, you're not biting a peach, you're biting the story that I gave you. And my grandfather, also delivered on the promise of that premise by just being who he was, right? Being a 6'2" chocolate black man, wrinkled from all the years in the sun, working on the farm, etc. And you got to him and you felt the warmth that I was sort of trying to convey as a kid, right? But I recognized that that's really why they were buying it. They were buying it because the story is what they were attached to. That's why they would come back over and over again and tell their other friends about this chubby little kid with glasses that was telling them stories. So I learned that at an early age. Didn't really realize that's where I got this quote unquote knack. It is a gift, but it's also it's training, right? So yeah, it's the same deal. I take the same approach when I'm selling movies.
Okay, that's really
Yeah.
amazing. And do you feel like with your producing and film work that telling black stories, especially centered around mental health, is imperative for the culture? Or how do you balance being authentic to black culture
Mhm.
and also raising awareness about certain ideals?
Yeah, I think that's one and the same, right? I think when you look at the black tradition of storytelling, we've always woven our struggle, our triumph, our challenges. We've always woven our culture ultimately into the story, right? So naturally, even if I'm just telling a story, quote unquote, just telling a story that is common romance or a common action movie or a common sci-fi, etc., is going to be laced, with us because we're telling the story, right? So I think the way the story lands has to do with the lens it comes from. And so, we do have a responsibility also, right, to make sure we're being responsible with that microphone, being responsible with the way that we also want to expose new ideas to our people, but also responsible in the way that we want to let people in as a window into our secret world. You got to be intentional about how you do that.
Yes, very intentional.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for aspiring filmmakers or producers looking to break into the industry?
Yeah. The best advice I can give to anybody trying to break into entertainment and honestly any industry right now, that you have everything you need. It's something that we honestly try to trick ourselves out of sometimes, right? Like you think, oh man, I'm just a student, or I just, I got this script idea, or I got, this opportunity to make a short film, or what have you. But if I just had a crew, or if I just had more money, or if I just had access to bigger actors, or if I just had blah 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 blah, right? And eventually, you trick yourself out of position. You eventually start to imagine that you need all these other things and all these other people to give you permission to do the thing that you can already do, right? So, um, the mindset of you have everything you need comes from a place of what do I have? Let me create from that space rather than let me create and then complain about the things I don't have.
Yeah, I think that's very true, especially with your story where you were reaching out to alumni to
Yeah.
get the funding to start the film club back in
Yeah.
Morehouse, and you just said, all I need is
Yeah.
$500 just to get
Yeah,
my
yeah,
start
yeah.
out. And now you've produced some great movies. I know that you just produced something with Kerry Washington
Yeah.
as well. So, how does that feel to go from that boy in
Yeah.
South Carolina working on the
Yeah.
farm in the field
Yeah.
to now producing movies that are a part of Black culture, and
Yeah.
they're probably going to turn into cult films. Like it's going to be a
Yeah.
part of our movie diaspora. Like,
Yeah,
so how
yeah.
does that feel?
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, honestly, I'm the same kid. Nothing's really changed. I just got a little more hair on my face, but I'm still the same kid, right? That same kid that's looking for authentic ways to connect with people, and then hopefully turn it into a business opportunity, right? Like I'm that same dude. So it feels the same. I think the success is something that I don't necessarily um, feel like the weight is lifted off my shoulders, like I made it, because I haven't, right? Like I never want to feel like I made it. I will always celebrate the milestones. I've gotten better at that, but I'll never want to feel like I've made it because then there's nothing else to chase. So yeah, I'm looking for new frontiers, new opportunities all the time.
Okay, that's perfect. Is there anything else that you would like to add or tell the people?
No, thank you, FAMU, for having me. Morehouse College here, but I appreciate the HBCU love, so I had to show y'all some too.
Yes, he's Rattler
But
down.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But really honored to be here, and it's exciting that this film has continued to have the kind of legs it had that even made y'all want to have me. 2 years later. So that's awesome.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Of course.
This is Talay Forbes with Take Two, where I give you all the hottest entertainment takes.